7. As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the right side and complete to Njoku. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, Taylor. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, Taylor. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, here's Newton. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Come on now. Hey, the second guy.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, you want him to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
On the return, Jabril Peppers. And some space here. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st down, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back to throw, Newton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamie Meter busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Newton.
He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big gain of 31 on third down. From the gun, Newton going to throw deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Newton throwing again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Taylor. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw on second down. Newton. It's caught on the right side of Smith. First target, first catch, and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd and 10, Newton. A quick hitter complete. It's Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard.
20.
Throwing on third down, Newton being chased out left. He can run for Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit And in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dontari Poe in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Newton buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Michael Palardy now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. 17 yards on the pickup. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Darren Fells, 40 yards. And the Browns are back within a score.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Carolina getting set to take the field. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's rock now.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And right with it here over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the 50, Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. That's Samuel caught left side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano now to add the extra point.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's got room. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns have cut it back within a score. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton steps away to his left. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Newton's going to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Newton rolling to his right. Open space inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Newton. They still can't get it. Incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Taylor to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Taylor. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
Throwing here, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 60 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And they don't get the reception, incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew,